Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Etsy Shop Reviews. This is episode number 55 and we're going to be taking a look at an Etsy print-on-demand shop that is relatively new, but you wouldn't know from just looking at it. I just pulled it up and it is honestly a pretty impressive shop just at a glance, right? We're going to do the whole review organically, but I liked what I saw before hitting record for this YouTube video. So let's get right to it. Real quick reminder, I have a free print-on-demand mini course that all you need to do is give me your email address and I'll send you one lesson a day for 8 days to help you get started selling print-on-demand on Etsy. You can find a link in the description. Also down there, I got a link to my print-on-demand Facebook group, so go ahead and click that and join if you're not already a member. All right, guys, so the shop we're reviewing today is Tuscany Avenue. You got 24 sales from Florida. And already a star seller, even with 24 sales. That means that they're responding to messages quickly. They're getting the products shipped out quickly, and they have a 4.8 review average or higher in the last month. So really well done there. My shop currently is not a star seller in the most important month of the year, so I definitely wish I was. But anyways, what are you gonna do? You got some featured items here. Also, you've got a couple different sections on the left-hand side. 261 products in total. I would just say when you use sections, I mean, it's a big, like, you know, anybody, you can do it however you want. And there's been debates in the past. So you have a section for wedding gifts, a section for Halloween, and a section for Christmas. Me personally, I typically do my sections just by product type, but you may be onto something. Maybe it's better to just do it the way you do it. I guess it all depends. Now that I think about it, though, I've been uploading batches of products to Etsy through MyDesigns, so it's almost like I could just create a section for each niche that I'm pushing products to. That might be a good idea. Anyways, just thinking out loud there. You only get 20. I think you can get up to 20 sections, though, so you'd be limited in niches, although 20 different niches is not a bad... that's a pretty good number, right? I like how you're doing your thumbnails, especially during Christmas, and that makes perfect sense for Christmas-themed designs. Now, one thing I will say that just is coming to mind here, and I guess the best way of doing it is just right here on your shop, but you can probably zoom in a little bit more. Like, there's a lot of that Christmas tree showing, and your product is really off-center, and I get that you're including that Christmas element, but you could also crop it something like this and probably be just fine, just having a little bit less of the tree in there. So I'm just thinking out loud, trying to give ways that I might go about attempting to improve what you've got going on here on your shop. Now, I do like this design. I know it's a popular one. We've seen it selling on, you know, Etsy. We've seen it selling on Redbubble. We've seen it selling on Amazon. I don't know if it's the exact design, but, you know, this theme. And here's the thing, like, this is how you really set yourself apart on Etsy. Selling designs like this that have the potential to make you 10 sales a day, 20 sales a day. But of course, that comes with really good organic rank, which we can't just snap our fingers and guarantee. You know what I mean? No guru on YouTube is going to guarantee that they're going to get like the best organic rank on Etsy. Of course, we do have an understanding of how that works. It's going to be from performing well, really. But it's also a combination of other things. For instance, your shop having only 24 sales, that's working against you. That's why it's great that you're on Etsy, that you got your start, that you got your star seller, that you're adhering to a lot of these best practices. These are all good things for the long-term outlook of your shop. But at only 24 sales, like if you're jumping into really generic niches, like the, what do we call it? Like the fall, the Christmas kind of coffee niche. Another one of these examples where it's like, you really got to figure out what the primary keywords are that are going to drive the high value traffic that converts at a high clip to this listing. That's really going to help. So you've got what? Christmas coffee, holiday winter sweater, chick women's Christmas sweater, men's holiday Christmas crew neck sweatshirt, female crew shirts. So I mean, again, like having the right phrase in there could be the difference between making it and just getting buried in search because you're not on page one. I don't always have the answers, but one thing worth mentioning, like Insight Factory is a great place to go when it comes to just selling on Etsy in general, because they specialize in number one, like spying on other shops. Like they have their Etsy shop tracker here, which you can put shops that are like best-selling print-on-demand shops. For instance, you can have them be tracked here. That's one great way of doing it. Another one is they have an AI-based description generator, which it's not exactly producing titles for you, but you never know. I mean, the AI is based on, you know, data that it's scraping from around the internet, I'm sure. Now, if I put, your title in here and I click, sorry, I'm going to put it in both the title and description. And let's see what it pumps out down here at the bottom. So cozy Christmas, coffee, holiday, winter sweater. Like sometimes even the AI tool can give you almost like a phrase that you might be able to use in your title. That's what I was trying to illustrate. Now, I didn't know if it actually was going to give us something or not, but we're pretty fortunate here that it did, right? Like cozy Christmas, coffee, holiday, winter sweat. Like that might be worth putting in your title. It's hard to know. You know what I mean? The data obviously collects with time, and you can see sort of what's going to perform best. But for now, obviously, I do like your approach that you were willing to jam in multiple kind of phrase match. You're hoping that someone types in Christmas, coffee, holiday, winter sweater into the search bar, or that someone types in chick, women's Christmas sweater, or that someone types in men's, holiday, Christmas, winter, crew neck sweatshirt. Although that is, a mouthful. But with Insight Factory's like AI generator, by the way, you can also just use this as your description. Etsy did mention that, the description, the meta description, I should say. So it should take the description that you're allowed to provide in Etsy and use like the first sentence or two from there as your meta description, which would theoretically, if they ever actually go live with that change, which I've yet to see them go live with it, would help you rank on Google as well, which is why this AI description generator has actually got the potential not only to do what I just showed you, which is potentially help your title by giving you some phrases that maybe you overlooked, but also help you with your meta description, which is, when I say meta description, it's literally like the page source here, which is what the Google web crawlers see. Oh, wow. Okay, this gender neutral. Okay, never mind. No, I was going to say, did they actually do what they said they're going to do? They didn't. They're still doing it the old way. So it's supposed to use something like this. But anyways, long tangent there. This mock-up here, I don't know what it is. It doesn't look like a print-on-demand design. It just looks like you took a photo and then went into Photoshop and like clicked the text tool and then typed something out, which I mean, potentially is what you did. I don't know what it is, but I've never seen a mock-up look so blended between like real life and digital mock-up life. But this design really does look that way to me. Also, I wanted to mention here, your prices are showing up as $30.14. Like if you're willing to take a 15-cent haircut and drop that price to $29.99, you should theoretically see an increase in conversion rates because of pricing psychology. If you can drop the left digit by 1, there's plenty of data that shows that like it's probably a subliminal thing in customers' minds, but like you'll get a higher click-through rate and a higher conversion rate. So anytime it's this close, 15 cents, I would just, take the 15 cents off. That being said, if you're going to charge above 30, why not charge 31, 32, 33, right? Because I think psychologically, like you're probably not going to see too much of a difference in your conversion rate. I know that's weird, but there's a guy, Nick Kalenda. I love his pricing psychology work. He has a blog that's got a ton of free content. He's also wrote a couple books. It's really good stuff. 30. So when it comes to coffee mugs, number one, these look amazing. All right. These mock-ups look really good for mugs. I'm not just saying that. I think these mug mock-ups are like really nice. But the pricing at $32 a mug is kind of crazy. Like I don't think people are going to pay $32 a mug. Just thinking out loud here, not to be the bearer of bad news. I could be wrong. Maybe people do. But $32 coffee mugs, like it's much better in my mind to not offer free shipping and reduce that price. You know what I mean? I'm not used to, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm not used to seeing a coffee mug with a 30-something plus dollar price tag, even unless maybe if it's like a tumbler or something. But these are just standard coffee mugs. So I would definitely consider that, like just kill the free shipping there and drop the price or whatever. And then also, I mean, maybe moving your production partner to somebody like Printify who has cheaper mugs. Because I'm guessing you didn't choose to charge $30 for it, because you were greedy. I'm guessing it's because whoever you're using to fulfill is charging you quite a bit. You've got some hats. By the way, like a generic snowflake hat, I mean, I'm not going to try to, I don't want to tell you won't be successful doing this, but it's so generic and so low bar, easy to do that I would recommend just kind of making it a little bit more complicated than that. It's so simple that I don't know if it's exactly like a great strategy You know, some of these designs, like maybe they're from Creative Fabrica or something. They all look very familiar. It looks like designs we've seen before. And as I was mentioning, I think the like biggest takeaway for you, like the biggest tip I can give is crop your primaries so that we can see more of the design, because you've got text on a bunch of these designs and there's no chance we can read it, you know, from this far zoomed out. But if you were to crop it, like we mentioned earlier, the likelihood of us being able to read it is going to go up. That being said, I mean, I think you're on the right track for sure. Oh, you got the little pocket style design. We know those have been really doing well. Also, I mean, look, you cropped this one clearly, right? You cropped this one. I'm sure it has the tree in it. Yep, there it is. So if you can crop this one, you know what you're doing. I would just recommend potentially cropping some others. This plaid style design, for some reason, I get way too scared to do it on Amazon because I've seen them, you know, end up in the removed column. But on Etsy, I'm sure it's probably safe. And I think this is a great way of just getting some designs up. You know what I mean? Nice, quick, easy. You can do this in MyDesigns, by the way. They make it easy to do in bulk. I would challenge you potentially, like you're appealing to a wider audience by not including text. But the reason I was thinking maybe you should include some text and make a different version of the design is that then you're niching down a bit more. It's not as generic, right, as it is right now, because as a shop with only 24 sales, I think the more generic designs are just making it harder to compete with the shops that have 20,000 designs, right? Those are just the thoughts that come through my head while I'm reviewing this. So anyways, I think your designs are great though. Again, this looks a little weird. Maybe it's just that it's against the white sweatshirt, but I don't know. It just looks like a graphic was just copy pasted onto a photograph from real life. I don't know why. It's like, the mock-up aspect it just looks like two different things. It looks like design plus photo. It doesn't look like one cohesive, like real life product, you know what I mean, that actually exists. And we need our customers to think that these products actually exist because they don't know that they are print on demand. So anyways, I think you're doing a great job though. Obviously it's a relatively new shop. Keep up the good work. Some minor improvements you can make, but I'm sure when we check back in with you next year, you're going to be hopefully above like 1,000 sales, if not more. That's it for this Etsy shop review. Guys, before I head out, just wanted to remind you I have a full print on demand course that walks through all of my best practices for succeeding on Etsy, but it also comes with Amazon. It comes with Redbubble. It comes with eBay. It comes with everything. Research, design. It comes with automation. All right. Everything is included, and that includes future content. So check it out. Link in the description. Also, I've got a link to my private community down there where I do weekly live streams and office hours. If you want to check that out, there is a link in the description with 40% off. Guys, thank you for watching this video. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new top 5 niches of the week video.